Taylor Swift has a new album coming, The Life of a Showgirl, and we've got all the details. Join us every Sunday on the Taylor Swift Today podcast, your ultimate source for everything happening in Taylor's world. From her romance with Travis Kelce to career milestones, legal battles, and cultural impact, we cover it all. I'm Allie, and I'll bring you exclusive insights, breaking news, and the stories that matter to Swifties everywhere. Whether it's new music, red carpet appearances, or the latest from the Eras Tour, we're your weekly destination for Taylor Swift news. Subscribe to Taylor Swift Today wherever you get your podcasts.
Lowe's knows to bring your vision to life, it's important to find the right color. That's why MyLowe's Rewards members get a free Valspar paint or exterior stain sample to test your look to confidently refresh your space. Offer valid in-store only 8/7 to 8/20. Limit 1 per customer while supplies last. Discount taken in time of purchase. See associate for details. Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Caloroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mack, and the world's oldest llama is getting it done by comforting chronically ill children in North Carolina. The llama is like 28 years old now. He's named White Top. White Top dethroned the Dalai Lama, who was the previous Guinness World Record holder for oldest llama. The Dalai Lama had passed away in 2023, shortly after its 27th birthday. White Top was donated to the Victory Junction camp in 2006. The camp, founded by Kyle Petty, the son of NASCAR great Richard Petty, the year-round free camp is designed for children with conditions that include cancer, kidney and heart disease, cerebral palsy, spina bifida, and an array of neurological and physical disabilities. White Top is relaxed and sweet and chill. He lies still while campers pet him. Billy Davis is the camp's barn director and says he really gets to help campers come out of their shell when they interact with him. He can be kind of intimidating at first, but once they come over to him and love on him and pet him, they realize how sweet he is. White Top has a friend, a cow, named Gus Gus. Normally, llamas live 15 years. In New Zealand, a military chaplain has recovered some war medals and will reunite them with the man's family. New Zealand Sergeant William O'Shea passed away during an RAF bomber raid over Hamburg in 1942. His medals were given to his widow, Anne, but then the family lost track of the medals in 1990. Royal Australian Air Force chaplain Hayden Lee saw the collection of 4 authentic medals at an auction, noticed one was missing a ribbon clasp for bomber command units. Its absence meant the man who they were issued to had died. The chaplain said, once I purchased the medals and was able to look up a little more information about Billy, I was able to confirm that he didn't have his other awards, so I contacted New Zealand Honors and Awards to be able to apply for that for him. After obtaining the bomber clasp, he tried to track down the family. O'Shea's grandniece, Karen, had put herself in the paperwork as Billy's next of kin, and the chaplain was able to get the medals back to the family. That's pretty cool. Some cold water swimmers in the Czech Republic set a new record for largest polar bear dip. 2,461 polar bear swimmers jumped in the water, breaking the previous record of 1,799 swimmers. They couldn't get one more person and make that an even 1,800. Like maybe the guy taking the photos, jump in with us, dude. For the record to be recognized, the participants have to be wearing bathing suits, be at least waist deep in the water, and stay there all together for at least 1 minute. Can I tell you, when I was in Antarctica over Christmas break last year, a bunch of people did the going into the ocean thing. My daughter did it. I did not do it. I have no regrets. Why, Johnny Mac? You're only in Antarctica once. Why wouldn't you do that? Because 2 days earlier, we had camped out overnight, and I've never been so cold in my life. So I was like, going in freezing water? No, thank you. Because also understand, if you go in the water in Antarctica, first of all, you have to get out of your clothes, go in the freezing water. Then you have to come off, dry off, put your clothes back on. But now you're still on the island, and you have to get in the little raft boat to take you back to the main boat, to take you back to the hot shower. No, thank you. I have no regrets on that. If I ever have regrets on that, I'll just go down the Jersey Shore in the middle of January and jump in the water. I digress. David organized the event and said Czechs are a nation of polar swimmers. He himself set a world record 4 years ago in men swimming under ice. He swam 265 feet. Not for me. A 91-year-old man was a regular at Burger King. When he passed away, the staff requested that his name be engraved into the chair in which he always sat. They checked with Burger King Corporate, and Burger King Corporate was like, yeah, okay. The man's daughter, Ginny, said someone came to the church and said the whole crew of Burger King is here, and they brought a chair. I said, what? The Burger King crew was in their Burger King uniforms. They had brought the chair that the man had always sat in into the back of it. They had used a wood burner to engrave his name, the date of his birth, and the date of his death. One of the Burger King employees, Monica, who attended the funeral, explained he'd walk in, we'd have his order ready for him. That was his seat. He'd always sit there every morning, so he had to bring his chair. The man had celebrated his 90th birthday there. His last meal ended up being chicken nuggets, a milkshake, and a cookie.
You're great at protecting your own personal information. You probably even use things like two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN. But as much as you try to be in control of how your information is protected, there are lots of places that also have it, and they might not be as careful as you are. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second for identity threats. If your identity is stolen, a LifeLock US-based restoration specialist will help solve identity theft issues on your behalf, guaranteed or your money back. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. You might not be able to control how others handle your personal information, but you can help protect it with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock and use promo code IHEART or go to lifelock.com/iHeart for 40% off. Terms apply.
Life's messy. We're talking spills, stains, pets, and kids. But with Anabae, you never have to stress about messes again. At washablesofas.com, discover Anabae sofas, the only fully machine-washable sofas inside and out, starting at just $699. Made with liquid and stain-resistant fabrics. That means fewer stains and more peace of mind. Designed for real life, our sofas feature changeable fabric covers, allowing you to refresh your style anytime. Need flexibility? Our modular design lets you rearrange your sofa effortlessly. Perfect for cozy apartments or spacious homes. Plus, they're earth-friendly and built to last. That's why over 200,000 happy customers have made the switch. Upgrade your space today. Visit washablesofas.com now and bring home a sofa made for life. That's washablesofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
I've got Dan Morgan here on the pod. Say hi, Dan.
Hey, how's it going today?
It's going good, man. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm Dan Morgan. I'm an attorney and a managing partner at Morgan & Morgan, which is America's largest injury law firm.
That's pretty awesome. I think I saw a billboard of yours recently that said 20 billion won. 20 billion is an insane number.
Yeah, 20 billion recovered. It's actually, I think, somewhere north, probably closer to 22, 23 after this year. And each year we get bigger and badder and our army grows. So the number will hopefully keep getting bigger and bigger as time goes on.
Awesome. So how does someone get in contact with Morgan & Morgan? What would I do if I got into an accident?
Probably the easiest way is dialing pound law. That's pound 529 from your cell phone. We are always open. Our call center is always waiting to take your call. 24/7, 365.
Wow. Dan Morgan from Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Thanks for coming by the show.
Thanks for having me.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
A Cheeto shaped like the Pokémon Charizard was auctioned for $87,840. That's right. You missed out on this one. The description was presented is a 3-inch long flamin' hot Cheeto. And I didn't drop the G there. That wasn't the Queen's accent. It's actually spelled FLAMIN'. That's right. A flamin' hot Cheeto in the shape of Pokémon Charizard, affixed to a customized Pokemon card and encapsulated in a clear card storage box. It was initially discovered and preserved sometime between 2018 and 2022. You can't narrow down when you found the Cheeto within 4 or 5 years, really? There were 60 bids on the Flamin' Hot Cheeto. The winning bid was $72,000 plus a buyer's premium. That's a big premium because the thing went for $87,840. Yikes. Not only do people have a lot more time than I have, they have more money than I have. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you're eating Cheetos, don't just polish them off. Take a look. One might be worth $80,000. See ya.
Hi, I'm Patrick Gutfield, and Ballot is the political podcast that covers the daily madness in Washington. If you're into stories about guys who cheat at golf, might be in the Epstein files, and can't stay out of the headlines, yeah, we cover that. And of course, we also sometimes talk about the president. Ballot is smart, funny, and out every weekday. Search Ballot and hit follow, because politics should come with a laugh track. Ballot.
Welcome to Alligator Alcatraz, a new podcast from Caloroga Shark Media. They built a detention center in the Florida Everglades to separate families and break spirits. Surrounded it with alligators, figured that'd be the end of it. What they didn't count on was Tommy Esperanza, a quiet maintenance worker who turned their bureaucratic nightmare into something extraordinary. While corrupt politicians profited from human suffering and incompetent officials created disasters with PowerPoint presentations, Tommy built an underground network that reunited families, exposed massive fraud, and brought down a congressman. Where the gators were smarter than the guards, families fought back against systematic cruelty, and one man proved that wisdom beats authority every single time. Alligator Alcatraz, available wherever you get your podcasts.